All right, Shalom, Shalom, call like La Alahaina, Yahawah, Bashim, Yahushai, Bashim, Rakakradash. Want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who move on teach well, and a hearty Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, your brother Karat is up back with another lesson. And the title of the lesson is Yahawah's Army, okay? And what I mean by the Lord's Army, Yahawah, all right, that's his name. What I mean by that, I'm talking about these missiles, man, okay? Because these missiles are going to come and destroy America, all right? There's this article that's on Newsbreak, okay? It says Russia's Satan II Samurai missile can carry more than a dozen nuclear warheads and destroy entire cities. Okay. Then it tries to downplay it. It says if it ever works, but we know it's going to work. Okay. Because those missiles are going to have the spirit of the Lord, of the spirit and the spirit of the Lord in them. Okay. Let me start off with that. This is Joel chapter 2 and verse 7. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. Our wall is a system of defense, okay, a system of protection. All right, and America's going to have these missile defense systems. Uh, I believe a president, maybe it was Donald Trump, spoke about building a dome over America. All right, all these defense systems that is going to be set up or has been set up, all right, are going to be destroyed. All right, it says, and they shall march every one on his way; they shall not break their ranks. Neither shall one thrust another, they shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. Uh, they shall run to and fro in the city, they shall run upon the wall, they shall climb upon the houses, they shall enter in at the windows like a thief. All right, talking about how these missiles are going to just, come into certain cities. All right. The earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining, and Yahawah shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great. Because missiles are gonna come from all these different nations, man, and destroy this place, America, man. This place is wicked. Okay. It says, "For his camp is very great, for he is strong that executeth his word." And then it says here, "For the day of Yahweh is great and very terrible, and very terrible. Who can abide in it?" All right. And then when the stars are dark, the sun is dark, you can't see anything like at pitch black at night, it's going to be even darker. All right. Because those thermonuclear missile clouds, okay, the after effect of them, all right, is going to cause darkness, man. Okay. But only the elect are going to be able to see because the Lord is going to be guiding them. Okay. And Lord will is you and brothers, sincere, and myself. But uh, those missiles are going to work because it's going to have the spirit of the Lord in them. They're going to be guided by the voice of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. They're going to be guided by the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. They'll be guided by his angels. All right. So here, reading in this article, it says a test launch of Russia's nuclear Sarmat missile appeared to have failed. All right. They say it failed. Okay. All right, but they're not going to fail. Just like I had read in Joel the second chapter. All right, it says the Sarmat ICBM is among the more modern weapons in Russia's nuclear arsenal. All right, and I got a book on World War III that came out like in the 80s in regards to the technology they're going to use, and nuclear missiles is all within that book. All right, it says since the start of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, Putin has reportedly uh, toted his nuclear arsenal. All right, I'm gonna go get straight to the point here. All right, it says Putin did, however, threaten to suspend Russian uh, participation in his nuclear arms treaty with the United States. I think it was the last one, and I think he did suspend his participation in it. All right, because the Lord is putting a spirit on these nations to hate America, man. The Lord is making uh, America. You know what? Let me get this in Obadiah. And then during his press conference, he stated how the West was just a perverse nation, how the West is destroying families, uh, and it's all true, right? And it's led by America. All right, let me get this in Obadiah. This is Obadiah 1 and chapter Obadiah 1 and verse 2. It says, "Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen; thou art greatly despised." And I'm gonna read it in the uh, Better English version. It says, "See, I have made you small among the nations; you are much looked down on." All right, you are America is looked down on, and some of the people, well, most of the people are look that live in America are looking down on this place. Okay, all right. You are looked down on, all right? And these other nations are looking down on you. They're going against your rhetoric, your hypocrisy, all right, and all the doctrine and wine that you have spilled through your philosophies, okay, in the world. They're going against it. They're starting to rise up against it. So let me keep going. It says the RS-28 Sarmat intercontinental ballistic missile, which NATO has nicknamed Satan II, is among the more modern weapons in Russia's nuclear arsenal. But how deadly is it? It says, here's the point: measuring around 112 feet long and weighing just over 211 tons, the liquid-fueled ICBM missile is capable of carrying more than a dozen nuclear warheads, which can destroy entire cities. All right, that's because the Lord is going to put His Spirit in there, these missiles, to destroy these cities, man, because of the wickedness, because of the pollution, because of what Esau Edom has deemed to be right through his philosophies, man. The Lord's going to destroy this place. It says the warheads are known as multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicles. All right. It says, which means they can be sent to hit different targets at once. All right. And look, let me get this. This is in Revelations, the 9th chapter. Revelation 9 and 15. And the four angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour, a day, a month, a year, for to slay the third part of men. And I believe it's the same angels that's read in Revelation the 7th chapter. And the number of the horsemen of the horse and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them, and I saw the horse in the vision, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire and jacinth, and brimstone of the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of fire and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone. Those warheads, man. Okay, and this nuclear weapon that's part of the Lord's army I'm reading now, the Sarmat 2 can have up to a dozen nuclear warheads in one missile, man. Shalom, Maki, Abashima, Shabashim, Kardas, Bakata. All right, so the Lord's army is strong, okay? And we're going to get that in Second Ezra. It says here, continuing on, it says the missile is said to have a range exceeding 6,835 miles, meaning that it can easily reach most places on the planet. All right, and Lord will, all the missiles, even America's missiles that America shoots off to defend itself, turns around and hits America, man. Okay, all right. It says it was unveiled in 2016 and underwent its first test in 2017. All right, it is supposed to be a replacement for the Voda ICBM missile, which were able to carry 3 warheads at a time and were designed by Soviet Union during the Cold War. All right, so the Lord is allowing his weapons to be upgraded, but I guarantee you that the Lord's still going to use all these weapons, man. Okay, I hope he does all of them. All right, this is some more in this article. It says, I will tell you, this is what somebody's quoting: you are absolutely competently that to destroy the entire west coast of the United States, 2 Sarmat missiles are needed, he said, according to the New York Post. And that goes for the west coast, and the same goes for the west coast. I can't. Zoravli said some Russian name or some name from somebody over there. I can't say it. It says 4 missiles are four missiles, and there will be nothing left, right? So four missiles in America could be done based on this article, man. All right, but we know the Lord's going to use more, man. All right, we just read in Revelation 9th chapter, it's 200,000, right? So that's 200 million. All right. Let me get some more scriptures. This is Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 25. It says here, the Lord hath opened his armory and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation, and it's these thermonuclear missiles. For the work, for this is the work of Yahawah, of this is the work of the Lord of hosts, Yahawah, all right, and the land of the Chaldees, all right. And that's here in Babylon, man. The Lord's gonna have his armory open from these other nations. They're gonna be shooting missiles over here in Babylon, man. Okay. This is verse 26. Come against her from the utmost border, open her storehouses, cast her upon as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing be left. All right. Let nothing be left, man, because that's what's going to happen. All right. Let me read that in the better English version. It says, come up against her, one and all. All right. All these nations. All right. Let her storehouses be broken open. Make her into a mass of stones. Her to the curse. Give her to the curse till there's nothing of her to be seen. All right, and that's how it's gonna be. It's gonna be a horrible judgment for this place, man. Lord will, brothers and sisters, don't be caught up in this, man. All right, because you don't want that smoke with the Lord. All right, let me get Second Esdras. This is Second Esdras chapter 16 and verse start at 2. No, 3. It says, a sword is set upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire sent among you, and who may quench it? Nobody, man. All right. Verse 5 says, plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? So, you got these certain plants and all these explosion going on. It's causing chemicals to be exploded into the air and released in the atmosphere, into the water in certain states. All right, and then you got, of course, food rationing going on in the world. And then you got pestilence. Well, you got diseases, man. Okay, that's steady ramping up. Okay. It says, may any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire and stubble when it has begun to burn? The answer is no. May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? The answer is no, man. Okay, we know that strong archer is Yahawah. Okay, it's going to be his army that Yahawah Shai is going to be the forefront of. Okay, because everything is coming to happen through Yahawah Shai. All right, Yahawah Shai is going to be leading everything when he comes down here to destroy this place. Okay. All right, the brother Debar Gabach got Joel 1:15. It says, alas for the day, for the day of Yahawah is at hand, and as a destruction from the Almighty shall it come, right? Because that's right. It is going to be a destruction sanctioned by Yahawah Shemel Shai, man. And it is going to come. All right. The Lord keeps his word, like he says in the book of Numbers. All right. Verse 8, it says, the mighty Lord have sent the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? Nobody. There's nothing that we can do as Israelite men. All right, neither there's nothing that Esau can do to quench the fires of the Lord, man. All right, we want the fires to come because we want to get out of Babylon, and the only way to get out of Babylon is through means of war, okay? Because it's a kingdom, and the kingdom is set up, and the kingdom is broken down by war, all right? It says, he shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? Yahawah Shemel Shai shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? And then you got in second Ezra, the 13th chapter, the Lord's gonna beat all these militaries that come up against him into powder, man. He's gonna destroy them into powder. All right. Because all Ezra saw left of those innumerable multitude was dust and the smell of smoke. Okay, that's horrible, man. All right. It says the earth quaketh and the foundation thereof, the sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before Yahweh Shema Shai, before the power of his glory, man. All right, is before the Lord, everything is going to bow. All right, and then when it tells you, I believe it's in I think it's a prayer Habakkuk, where it said, were you angry at the seas, the waters, the mountains, and all the other good stuff. I think it's in the book of Habakkuk, maybe the first or second chapter, or it might be in Micah. I can't off the top of my head remember, but uh, at the presence of the Lord, everything is going to quake, man. And then these missiles are going to help everything be shaken up, especially here in America, man. All right, it says, "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow; his arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot to the ends of the world," man. Going back into that Joel, the second chapter, man, how they're going to basically break down the defense systems of America, whatever other ally, if the Lord allows America to have an ally to fight against these other nations with their weapons. The Lord's arrows are not going to miss. They're not going to break their ranks. They're going to go into the order that the Lord has the Spirit on them to do. Right? Nothing's gonna stop them. All right. Verse 14, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and should not be put out till it consume the foundations of the earth. All right, because guess what? In the scriptures say that there's gonna be a new heaven and a new earth. All right. So everything's gonna be refreshed. So shit gotta burn up, man. This place is wicked. The animals, they all fucked up. The nature is fucked up. The trees, the air, the water is all fucked up. So everything's got to be refreshed, and in order for it to be refreshed, it got to be burned, man. All right, because when you look up that word brimstone in the Greek, the definition means a purifying agent, right? So, from my understanding, all I know is the Lord's going to have fire here in America, since the earth is going to be refreshed, there's going to be other places that have fire. All right. It says, verse 16. Look like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backwards, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. All right. And then, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days. But we know Ezra is part of the elect, and Yahawah Dazah, we are too. All right, because we don't want to be a part of that destruction that's coming. All right, from the Almighty, like the brother Debar Gabash had posted. All right, Lord will, you edify, and Lord will, you escape, the destruction of Yahweh Shem Al Shai. All those that, brothers and or sisters that, attentively give ear to the word of Yahweh Shem Al Shai. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and close out and give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Shem Al Shai, by Shem Al Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millsong, who will teach well. Give a hearty shalom to the hopeful elect, Kwame Yasharalam, Mawaf Abba, Ba'a Mahar Arawanya Shai, Shalom. Hey, Shalom, bro. Yahweh Shem Al Shai Barakatah. Stay safe, brother. Keep pushing. Keep pushing, brother. I see you on fire, brother. Keep pushing. Yahweh Shem Al Shai Barakatah, brother. Shalom.